All right. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? I'm getting feedback here because I got myself on double screens. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Somebody give me a sound check. Give me a screen check. I think everything looks really good. You guys seeing my screen? We have had a very, very, very strong Asia session today. Amazing amount of trade, as you guys can see, and just kind of waiting for the market to open up. I'm going to let everybody come into the room, give everybody time to just chill out. Let's see how everybody's doing. Good morning. Everything looks clean and good, right? I'm going to let everybody come into the room right now. Let us join. We're going to talk a little bit about everything that I've been doing. I've overnight had even easier, simpler ideas about how we can trade the stuff. I've actually done pretty good. Let me see what I did today so far. Let's see if we can do this. If we go into my accounts today, about $200 on my short account. Let's see what I did on my long account today. About $400 on my long account, so not bad. Already a pretty good starting day for me. I'm going to share with you exactly how I did all this, and I'm keeping it really super simple. Last night, I had a lot of demand from people for me to start trading gold again. So I'm keeping gold on my other chart. Gold actually had a buy signal, which was just before we went to air, which I didn't take. But the next signal that we have, I'll take. I'm going to share with you. So we're going to trade gold along with the S&P. And I'll focus on those two. Okay. Maybe what we'll do is, since people really want to trade gold, we'll do like 1 day of gold and then 2 days of NASDAQ and S&P and Dow as a way for us to kind of divide it. Maybe we can do 2 and 2. Maybe we'll do like Monday, Thursday will be gold indices days. And why is the yen dropping? Don't know, CW, because I'm not trading FX. We're trading just the key thing to kind of understand is that, I focus on one thing only. I mean, I haven't even looked at FX all day long. So I really don't know. That's the answer to that. We trade gold and stock index futures for my prop accounts. I'm trying to run 2 $250,000 accounts to get them funded. If you're interested in the prop trading, here's a very, very big discount for you guys to come join us at Apex, our favorite firm, because this to me is the single best way for you guys to enter into the trading world. You're guaranteed to have a fixed cost You're never going to lose more than what is your entrance fee on the trading account, versus you losing endless amount of money on your own account, which is what many of you are doing right now. And if you get funded, as many of my students do, you will get to trade real money and get paid out real money, as many of my real students do. So we're focusing on trading prop. Prop is with our prop partner Apex is futures only, and futures is going to be S&P, NASDAQ, gold. We're going to focus today on NASDAQ and gold. Okay. And honestly, guys, I don't even have an explanation for why things are going up or down, because it really doesn't matter. What I will say is things have gone up a lot since yesterday. We're up 2% on stock, indices. Now, when you're up 2%, what's the likely possibility? Let's actually let's do our first poll of the day. I'm actually curious before I kind of render my own thing. Let's see. Do you think we go higher from here? This is, and I'm going to put stocks in parentheses as my poll. Let's see what you guys think. Do you think we go higher from here on stocks? Now, my own personal view, and trust me, it's as good as anybody's view, is that after a 2% rise overnight, the probability that we kind of correct is the probability that we kind of correct, going to correct, is much higher than the probability for us going higher, right? So that's sort of like where it's going to go. Just taking a little break here, guys. Doing a little sip. So is everybody in the room now? We're still getting a few more people coming in here. Let's see if we can get some more people to come in. Hang on a second. I want to copy this link. Just bear me a second, guys. I want to just I try to let everybody know that I'm in the room now. Sorry, just 1 second. Gold. Yes. Let's trade. All right, I want to make sure that everybody comes in. Give me just 1 second. I'm just typing out my. It's always dangerous to have me type, because that's always going to be a problem. Let me close out this thing so we have. I'm not stressing out the computer too much. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see. So far, by the way, the poll is running that 60% of you think would go higher, and you may be correct. I really don't know. But be that as it may, let's take a look at what's going on, how I was able to make $500 overnight, and I could have made probably triple that if I was just actually watching the screens. I was too busy with other stuff today. And what I'm doing to really, really simplify my trading process, and also what I'm doing with gold, which I think you guys will find interesting, because I was trading gold a lot this morning to kind of get a vibe on it. I think I finally cracked the code of what needs to be done on gold. But let's start with equity indices. I'm going to show you. Let's go. Let's see. Go full chart on this. I'm going to show this to you. Just. Oh no. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. Trying to master my hotkeys here is always problematic. All right, you guys are seeing the S&P, the NASDAQ futures, right? And as I've told you yesterday, this is my BK Scalper proprietary indicator. The indicator you can get from us anytime you join us. Let me give you the discount link. And this indicator has lots of complexity behind it that I've really, really simplified into simple buy-sell labels, right? So the methodology that I'm using is 2 consecutive buys and then stop. No more. In other words, I'm doing 2 trades. If I have 2 consecutive sells, I don't take any more sells. If I have 2 consecutive buys, I don't take any more buys. Right now, yesterday, while I was trading FOMC, which we did very well in yesterday, I was saying to you, okay, what you can do is the following. Here's a buy label over here, right? Wait until we get the next green trade slice, and then go long here. You can absolutely do that. It's sort of like, using the buy label as a preparatory signal, and then and then going long on the next green slice. You can absolutely do that. Or you could even simplify your process, because honestly, you don't even have to do that. You can just simplify your process and get long on the buy. So you have a buy, I get long here. Now remember, what I'm doing here is I am trading, and this is the sweet spot of risk reward, which is going to sound crazy to you guys, but this is what I'm doing. I'm trading 1 to 3. I'm trading 1 S&P point with a 3-point stop. But I'm doing a couple of things that I think are really, really important. I'm only trading the first 2 buy signals, the first 2 sell signals. If I have a buy, sell, I'll take them all. That's fine. I'll play around with all of them if I'm changing around. The reason why I'm kind of doing it this way is because let me play the trades with you today. I woke up I always wake up around 4:30 in the morning. European Open. So let's play this game as it played out today. I'm long over here, 1 S&P point. Well, you obviously can see that it's, the target is made here, right? What is that? Pat Park, I don't know what you mean by 2 minutes ahead of me. Is everybody seeing me? Let's just do a little bit of a kind of a test check and make sure that you guys are all seeing and that I'm broadcasting fine. I just want to make sure that the broadcasting is all good. Yes? Give me a yes or no that you guys are hearing me, that that you're seeing my screens, that everything is working fine. Yes? Okay, it's fine. Okay. All right. So I don't know what's going on with you personally. Okay. So let's focus on running the trades in my methodology, right? And if you're new, this is my scalper trading indicator. This is an 8-period moving average, simple moving average. This is a 1-minute chart. We're just going to take signals off this chart all morning long from the European session. So I'm going to show you exactly how this is done. 1 + 1, 1 + 1, stop, right? I know there's a lot of money to be left on the table. Let's just stop. Okay, so I'm +1. Now go to the short account, go to my sell account. We're selling 71.75. Stop is going to be 74.75. 70.75 is the target, +1. Now +1 on the short. So +2 on the long, +1 on the short, +3 on the long, +3 on the long, +2 on the short, right? So I have 2 separate accounts, which you guys saw. I'm selling the shorts in one account. I'm buying the longs in the other account. I am +3 on the buy side now, right? I am +3 on the buy side. Let's make sure. Give me a yes if you guys are following what I'm trying to tell you, how I'm trading this. I'm just taking the labels. I'm not even doing anything else, just taking the labels, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now it's like, now we're over here. Okay. So sorry, I was +3 on the buy side. This buy, I think I actually survived it. Now this is an 8:30 buy. I certainly don't want to trade this because this is news, but let's imagine I took it like I was an idiot. 72.50. Yeah, I survived the decline and I made the money. So, plowing +4 on the buy side, +3 on the sell side. And even this sell, it's hard to see it, but I sell at 66.25. It drops all the way down to 63. So now I'm +4 on the sell side. So this is just European session, 4 o'clock to about 8:30, 9 o'clock, right? Or 5 o'clock, about 4 hours worth of trading. I made 4 S&P points on the buy side, 4 S&P points on the sell side, right? I'm trading a 250 account. I'm trading 5 contracts per trade. So it's 250 to the win minus 750 to the loss. If I just did this in a very, very simple fashion, today, before the market even opens up for pit trading, I'm up 1,000 on the longs and up 1,000 on the shorts with zero minimal effort in only one instrument, in only one frigging instrument, right? So now let's rewind. Let's go back to, hang on a second. Let me escape. I wish I knew what my keystrokes were. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, maybe it's this way. Okay, yeah, okay, sorry. So here's my keystrokes. So now let's look at gold, because I'm going to run gold with you too. Before we do any trades today, let's just go through the strategy, because I really, really want to show you how the strategy plays out. So now we're going to go to gold. Here's gold. Okay, full chart. This way. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, same idea. Now with gold, and this is the key thing. The stop loss and the take profit in the S&P is 1 point take profit, 3 point stop loss. Just said it. I'm going to say it again. 1 point, 3 point. 1 point, 3 point. Now this is where gold gets really, really interesting, because I've been looking at gold. Gold is its own little baby. It has its own little funky movements, and this is what you need to succeed in gold. With gold, the stops and targets have to be $0.50, $1.50, 0.5 or 5 ticks, 15 ticks. Give me some yeses if you understand what I'm saying. Because gold doesn't expand this, as much as you think, and then it kind of drops hard against you. So you can only capture with confidence a certain amount of movement forward. Understand what this strategy does. And once you understand that, everything becomes super clear. We are scalping momentum. What that means is we're trying to grab movement forward. Forward meaning up or down, but movement forward. And the question we're asking the market is, what is the highest probability amount that I can grab before the market reverses on me, right? With the S&P, the highest probability is 1 point. It is super easy. I know that everybody says the S&P is the hardest instrument to trade. It is the easiest instrument to trade in this strategy. I will trade S&P any day, anytime, anywhere with you guys, all day long, any day with my strategy, and have 100% confidence that I will come out victorious trading 1-3s on the S&Ps most of the time, right? Everything else is a lot more problematic. So you really have to kind of adjust it. NASDAQ is the biggest pain in the ass. And I think NASDAQ, the only way we can trade NASDAQ, the more I look at it, is a 10-30 spread. Because NASDAQ, I put out a tweet yesterday saying, what's the easiest single point to make in futures trading? 1 S&P. What's the hardest single point to make in the futures trading? NASDAQ. NASDAQ is the worst thing. There is no high probability momentum in NASDAQ. It always retraces on you just enough to stop you out before it goes your way. So it's a super, super hard index to trade, right? Anyways, back to gold. Gold is 0.5 point forward. That's the most you're going to get with like a 90% degree of accuracy. That's what you need to do. So if you're kind of trading gold, playing it from around 430, winner on the long side, winner on the, +2 on the long, +1 on the short. This one stops me out. Okay, totally legit. So 1 and 1 on the shorts. Back to +1 on the longs. So it's +3 on the longs, 2-1 on the shorts, 4-0 on the longs, 5-0 on the longs. No more longs because we only take 2. What was that? Was that 2-1? 3-1 on the shorts. Now notice what's happening here. 3-1 on the shorts means I'm back to flat on the shorts. I am 4-0 on the longs. That means I've made 4 winning trades on my gold trades, and I lost nothing on my short account, right? 3-1. That's what I'm trying to tell you. 5-0 on the longs over here, right? And and back to getting myself stuffed on the shorts here. I think. Let me see. 926 gold, and this is why this is why I tell you that gold is a very, very problematic trade, because I think let me see if I took this 6. Yeah, gold just totally got stuffed on here. So I'm back to losing on the short side, and this is very much going to be a reality of any type of scalping you're going to do. One of your accounts is going to compound nicely. The other one, you're just trying to stay alive, and that's fine, because if you get funded on one account at 250, and the other one you stay alive, and then maybe down the road gold starts to go down and the short starts to work, then you're going to get funded on both. But the key thing is win on one, stay alive on the other. That's how you get funded on your prop accounts. So yeah, gold, gold fucked me royally here on this last sell trade, just taking it sort of very, very simple ideas, and that's fine. Now I'm going to probably have to get back. If I was taking this short, I probably have to get back even on the gold side. But you see that on the long side, I'm a +4, +5s on my buys. So actually +5s, right? So that's contributed quite a lot. Now, depending on what size you want to trade, but let's say you trade the same 5 contracts, I'm 1,250 on the gold, plus another 1,000 on the S&P. Now I'm 2,000 on my account in one account. If this account was funded, I would literally be up $2,000 on this one account. Imagine I'm trading 2 accounts, one of them kind of staying flat, the other, or maybe even losing a little bit of money. I don't even care that it's losing money, because it's not my money I'm losing; it's the prop company's money I'm losing, right? So, who cares? But the one I'm getting paid out on, I'm up $2,000. Not bad for a day's work. Not even day's work, half a day's work, right? That's the strategy of how we make money trading prop. Yes, having at least 2 accounts, in my opinion, you should get like 5 or 10 of them and trade them contemporaneously. You notice I have 5 accounts already funded that I'm just holding in inventory. We're going to try to get these 2 funded, and then we're going to start trading for real. The reason why we love Apex is because these guys give us an 80% discount. These things are $50, right? I don't think you could buy a $250,000 account for $50 anywhere. So once I get this funded, it'll be the best ROI you ever see. So my point is, the markets are the markets, the trades are the trades, the setups are setups. We do the best possible thing we can given the conditions that the markets give us. Oops, I just screwed something up. Oh shit, I just screwed up. Hold on. Okay, I'm back to proper windows. I have to learn all my window hotkeys because I'm trying to manage. Oh no, hold on. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to manage everything at once here. So the very, very cool thing about the strategy, the way it's developed right now, is it does not make you do stupid trades, right? Okay, I got stuck on this sell trade. I didn't take the sell trade, so no harm, no loss to me today. But if I did, there is no reason for me to do anything else, right? What's the single biggest reason everybody loses money trading, and what's the single biggest reason everybody loses their prop account? Is because they're desperately trying to repair whatever mistake they made by making more mistakes going forward, right? Right now, there's no trades for me to make, so there's no mistakes for me to make. I don't need to do anything. I just simply wait here until I get a signal on the gold side. In the meantime, let's go look at the indices, because that's really what I like looking at anyways. Indices also not, having kind of a big sell-off now into the move. We have two sell signals over here. So if I get a third sell signal over here, I probably shouldn't take it, but let's take it. Let's take it. Did I take it? What's going on here? Okay, I'm short S&P. I shouldn't take it, but I want to do trades with you guys, so I'm kind of forcing it on the market open. Let's see if I can make this 1 point on the S&P here. Target is going to be 64.50. Let's see if we can collapse. Maybe not. The I'm late on the execution. This was a 66.25. It actually would have made target. I came in super late because I executed myself a little bit late on the signal. So if I get stuffed out, it'll be only my fault. But I'm showing you the setup because I want you to kind of understand, how the mechanics of the setup work and go. But whether this trade is probably going to stuff me back out because I would have gotten it executed properly. Now it becomes now it goes into the green zone. Let's see. I'm not holding my breath on whether this trade works. I pushed the trade because I just wanted to show you how to do it. Nah, I'm just gonna have to eat this loss probably. Oh, I took myself out at more, I think a tiny little profit, and it eventually goes to my target. But that wasn't a trade that I should have done. I just simply wanted to show you how to do the trade. But it's not the trade that I wanted to be done. You know what's really cool is I just realized, oops, no. I want to get rid of it. Oh, exit. I just realized we could trade. I can trade this much easier off the ladder than I can off the chart now because I have everything set up properly off the ladder and off the chart. So this is kind of very cool. Does the indicator work on CFD and Forex? Yeah, it does. I mean, if by CFD you mean like let's say NASDAQ or Dow, I mean it works great on the Dow. Let me see how the Dow is trading, by the way. Hang tight a second. I'm going to look at my other chart and just pull this off. Duplicate. I want to see how Dow and NASDAQ are trading. Just bear with me a second, guys, because I got to go off chart. By the way, you see how the sell conditions are definitely starting to pick up a little bit as equities are totally taking a little bit of a profit as we go forward. I know why I'm having a hard time. You know what, guys? Okay, I think I know what's going on. So we don't have this problem again. Bear with me, because I'm stressing my computer out to the max here, and I just realized that I promised myself I wasn't going to do this. Hang on a second. Just bear with me a second here, guys. All right, we're going to do the following. I'm going to get my other screen over here. It's going to be a mess, but just bear with me. It'll be worth your time because I won't be stressing my computer, and I'll be live with you guys the whole time instead of us having problems. Because I want to keep an eye out on the Dow and on NASDAQ, and this way you guys can I can tell you if there are setups in either one of them. Come on. What's going on over here? Okay, NAS, Dow, this. Okay. So yeah, no signals in NAS or Dow, but now I'm able to kind of look at both charts. Yeah, because what's happening is I have so many charts open, it stresses out my computer, and they kind of blew me out of live because of it. So I obviously don't want to have that happening again. So if we're looking through here on Dow, here's Dow. You see no signals over here. Dow's kind of selling off. But if you were to look at Dow as another interesting trade, and the Dow is a 10-point target, 30-point stop, right? So if we do this on Dow full charge, again, you can see starting even at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm looking for a 10:30, right? This is a 397. 79 is my maximum drawdown, and 407 gets hit over here. So +1, +1, +1, +1. So 2 on the buy side, 2 on the sell side, 3 on the buy side. This one stuffs me, right? Double buy. This stuffs me. Fair enough. So 3-1, 3-0 on the sell side, 4-1 on the buy side, 5-0 on the sell side, 6-0 on the sell side. Only 2. What was that? 3-1, 4-1, 5-1 on the buy sides. So 5-1 on the buy side, and I think, what was it? 4-0 on the sell side. So 5-1 means that I'm +2, right? Because 1 is -3, so it's +2 on the buy side and +5 on the sell side. So again, same kind of idea. If you're doing 5 contracts, which is very, very small, that's 500 on the buy side and 1,250 on the sell side. Just one instrument. Just give you ideas of how the P&L grows over a couple of hours of proper trading, right? Does that make sense to everybody? You guys getting me? Getting what I'm saying? All right, look at this. Everybody says that 70% of you say that we're going to go higher here at the end of the day. It'll be interesting to see if you're right. We'll finish that poll a little bit later. So maybe you didn't understand my question, right? But the question was, do we go higher from here? Like, in other words, we opened up +2%. Do we go higher from there? My argument was that the answer was going to be no. Looks like so far I'm right. The answer is no. We're not going higher, from there so far. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Still plays out. Anyways, no signals anywhere here. Nas and Dow are just super quiet right now, and I don't want to be taking any trades that are not signal trades, because I'm really trying to be very disciplined with you guys on what to do. Days like today, where you have so much wide-ranging movement before the market opens up, sometimes results in relatively quiet market opens as we consolidate before things start to pick up again. Let's see what the S&P is doing. So the S&P already has 3 sell labels behind it, right? Therefore, if another sell label is not going to be a purchase for me. Here's another thing that could be really interesting for us to take a look at. Remember, the scalper indicator also has the turn trade in it. We talked about the turn trade as an incredibly interesting big trade for the markets. Unfortunately, on the S&P, you did not have a third. If this was 1, 2, 3 turn signal, it would have been a great turn trade signal. Does not have anything, to the short side. Let's see if it has anything on NASDAQ. No turn signals on NASDAQ. The turn trade is a 1, 2, 3, like a big pyramid look. So far, we don't have any turn signals over here. So interesting, on the Dow, we basically have the 1-2 formation. If I get a third turn signal, that would be an interesting idea for us to take a look at. There's a mini turn signal over here in the Dow earlier today. If you see this 1, 2, right? 1, 2 is always highest. 3 is got to be below 2. This turn signal, if you got short over here, 417, and the stop would be at the prior high at let's say 447. That's a 30-point stop, right? How hard did it go? During the news, it kind of almost comes up to the stop, but it's a 30-point stop. But if you're trading this like with a 1-to-2 risk-reward ratio, you got in short here, targeting 60. You could have made easily 60. You could have even made 90. That's why the turn formation is so powerful. Looks like, by the way, we're starting to really crater to the downside, big time. On all the indices. Let's see what gold is doing on the turn formation. Okay, so interesting. Now here's a example of a turn formation. So I'm gonna annotate this for you guys, so you guys can sort of see it. 1, 2, because this is higher, right? 3, right? Now here's The only problem with this particular setup, you guys seeing the gold setup with me here, right? You seeing how it's, you're seeing what it's doing. Let me know if you guys see the gold setup. You see how we have a turn formation here? 1, 2, 3. The 1 is lower than 2. 2 is the highest. 3 is lower than 2. Do you guys see that? There's nobody responding to me. Somebody give me a yes here. Do you guys hear me? Hello? Okay. All right. Thank you. You guys are so quiet. I didn't know. So you guys see this. So the only problem with it, this is a legitimate turn formation. It's just a matter of risk. It's just simply a matter of risk, right? This is 16 as your stop and 2 is your entries. It's a $14 risk. Now, do you want to have a $14 risk? You got to be pretty confident that the gold really, really crunches. One way you could do this, you could say I could go, 1 risk to half target. So 16 risk. No, sorry, it's not 16 risk. It's, what is that? It's 1 against, it's $15. So you're going to be targeting 7 for the target, which means you got to hit like 95. Well, actually, you would have done it. You would have hit, if you went short here at 1, target would have been 95. You could have done it. But it's a very, very lopsided turn trade that has very, very difficult risk parameters, but still legitimate and still successful depending on how you want to structure it, right? That's the key thing. It's kind of very, very cool that way in terms of this. Okay, thanks, guys. It seems to be a little bit of a lag on the feed, so I was wondering why you guys are not able to see it. All right, let's go back to regular trades. We don't have much to show buy sell signals. Get rid of the turn signals. We don't have much to work with here. Gold. Sorry, I'm talking and I'm not paying attention to gold. Gold had a second sell signal over here at the 600 that would have worked very, very nicely. Alas, I missed it because I'm just wait. Hold on a second. Is this? Oh, that's the S&Ps. These are the golds. Okay. Yeah. I did. No, that's right. That was a totally legit signal. I just didn't have it. I think I'm kind of realizing what I'm going to have to do here, guys. In order the problem is that I have so many monitors attached to my computer that when I'm streaming off this computer, it totally overtaxes it in terms of processing capabilities. So, and my other PC is to the left of me, which means I can't really look at it. So I think I'm gonna have to reconfigure my whole trading setup so that it can be a broadcasting setup. It's gonna be annoying. No, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move everything around. Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out for next week, because what will happen is then I'll be able to run all of my charts on a completely separate PC to the side, and therefore I won't miss any of these setups because I will I'll be able to find them. There is a sell going on in the YM right now, and obviously it's not working, and I'm glad I kind of didn't take it, and this is. Yeah, it's definitely not working. But that's because it's 10 o'clock. We have a 10 o'clock news move. Again, not a time I want to take trades. It's like 8:30 and 10 o'clock is when I want to avoid any trades, because it doesn't matter what the signal is. You're going to have news that will completely countervail the signal. So it's almost as though this sell signal just didn't exist, right? So I will wait for the next one. If I get another sell signal, I will then take it. Let's actually see if anything hit the wires here. What do we have here setting up today? Existing home sales, all that stuff, jobless claims, all that stuff coming up. Okay, that's fair enough. So everybody sort of following my, my thoughts. Gold is barely, it's not quite red on the day, but it's, it's definitely came off the highs. Indices are holding bid. I mean, it's certainly, 760. If we get down to 5,700, that's going to be a completely different story. But, they're holding bid, but they're definitely not at session highs. And I think we're going to see a lot of consolidation here as a result of all of this. Here's gold, here's S&P, here's NAS. NAS not showing us any signals just yet. NAS is back up over 20,000. Wow, look at that. Look at that, back up over 20,000. Now, I want to have a little bit of fun. This is not a legitimate setup. So, in other words, if I'm doing this kind of setup, I'm only going to trade it with like a 1 contract size instead of a 5 contract size. Is my normal size for this particular account, or maybe micro if you're trading a small account. But this is kind of a fun setup to do if you don't if labels just aren't showing up. There is and this is just strictly for all of you reverse degenerates, which of course I am one of, right? I'm just keeping it simple by entering on the label. You could do it one or the other, but I'm keeping it simple by just sort of entering on the label. Since I have a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio, generally it's going to work out regardless of how I'm going to enter. But let's imagine you're kind of looking to be a contrarian. If you have a contrarian mindset, a really interesting contrarian scalp setup in all of this that I noticed is the following: you have a buy label over here, right? You have a buy label over here, and nothing. You have no more buys coming in after that. The second red, not the first red, but the second red. If you have a buy impulse and then a red wave, and then another red wave after that, without any additional buy labels coming in, that second red wave is usually a really good short to the downside. Like you could extract 10 points here. This is NASDAQ. You short 203, 10 points down to like 93 with the 30-point stop. Or where I really love this. This is actually my kind of a bread and butter trade on the S&P. And where this works really a lot of fun, and we'll probably weave it in next week because this gives us two-way price action. We can trade the proper methodology of momentum, but then we can also trade counter trend momentum. Look at how in the S&P it works really well. You got a sell label here, right? Not the first green, but the second green. Generally, I mean the first green here worked too, but the second green almost always confirms that this price is going to go higher. So you get long over here, 1-3. Pretty much done. Same thing over here. First green over here, usually a test, and the second green, if you don't get the sell label, is usually a nice big move to the upside. So there's like a lot of different ways to extract P&L out of this setup. If you did the first candle of label type, NAS had 3 okay trades. NAS definitely has a lot of interesting trades. Again, I will say this to you guys: you can make this so much your own setup. I'm just sort of showing you my variation of it because, as I said, there are people in my room who love doing nothing more than just trading NASDAQ, right? I love trading nothing more than trading S&P. That's why I'm kind of trading this for you. This is another very important thing. Do what you're best at, not what you should do, right? That's why I never preach that you should do this, you should do that. You should follow everything I'm doing, because there's no such thing like that in trading. Trading is a very creative art. People think it's a mathematical art. It's actually not. The mathematics are incredibly simple for most of trading. It's either going to go forward or it's going to go backward. That's the only mathematics there is. It's momentum forward, momentum backwards. The key thing is figuring out what type of momentum you're most comfortable with and how you want to structure those processes. And if you love trading the S&P, don't force yourself trading NASDAQ. If you love trading NASDAQ, don't trade the S&P with me. Just watch me on the S&P and apply the techniques to NASDAQ, right? I don't love trading gold, but you guys are making me trade gold because you all want to trade gold. So I'm happy to do it with you guys. But understand that success is very much making trading your own. That's the key thing. That's why, I'm kind of like an anti-guru on YouTube. The bullshit that you see is all bullshit. There's no such thing as ICT. It's a figment of a guy's imagination. It's basically double tops and double bottoms. And there's no right way of doing it. There's no right way of doing other trades. There's no right way of doing trend lines. Those are just their ways of their own trading. Don't assume that this is the only way to do it. Just simply look at the process. If it makes sense to you, trade that process. Oh, we got a buy label, buy label, buy label, buy label. Okay, let's get, hang on a second. Let's get organized. Okay, so I'm going to go to my buy account. Let's make sure I'm on the right side. Okay, I am. I have 19 seconds left. I'm going to wait patiently here, see if I can buy bid. All right, finally we got a trade here. 10, 11 seconds. Probably going to. All right, buy market. Okay, I'm in at 65, looking for 66.75. And there we go. So the only thing with my setup, as you can see, is you snooze, you lose. Be fucking focused. Is that BFF? Should that be? Do we need to do that as our as our moniker? Degenerate traders, BFF. I love that. I think that's what we need, Karen. I think that's what we need. That's going to be our moniker. That's better because they'll all think it's your best friends. When we know what that means. The BFF is what we need. Be fucking focused. That's the key thing. By the way, look at this monster move. Holy shit! What a pop, right? Yes, I could have made 1 million times more dollars. That's not the point. That's not what I trade. But you could trade this. You could have made $1 million more dollars. There's lots of guys in my room who are going to take this signal and actually trade half out at one and then just trail the rest of it for 1,000 points. Absolutely. If that's your strength, that's what it does. The cool thing is I give you the tool. You can rule the world with this tool. You can rule the world with this tool, depending on how you want to use it. That's the beautiful thing about this. All right, I'm going to close my Windows computer here. I'm going to rearrange my whole desk for you guys next week so that everything works out nicely, so that we're not stressing on my computers. But and then I'm definitely going to over the weekend. I'm going to go to Amazon. I'm going to see if we can get some merch done on this thing because I think this is so much fun. That is literally that is our mantra, BFF. That's the key to our success. Sorry, what was I saying? I wanted to. Yeah. If you guys want the tool, here we go. I need to put in the link here for the discount. So yeah, nice big pop. Probably, I think this must have been off of the sales, but whatever it was, it gave us the good signal. We'll take it. Let's see what else is showing up. Let's see if NAS is doing anything. So NAS also had a buy, but I'm obviously late to NAS. The only other essence with this particular setup is sometimes, not always, but sometimes you're going to get the signal at the same time in two instruments. And what you need to do is decide which instrument you like better and which instrument you want to trade more. I generally, basically, when I'm off air, I trade only one thing. I trade S&P. That's it. I don't even try to bother with anything else. I obviously keep NASDAQ on the background, and now I started to dabble in gold because gold. I'm kind of trying to learning how to trade gold here with you guys. By the way, so let's look at gold here and how I would have traded this. So again, gold gave us the same signal, right? So gold came in at 2026, and generally with gold, I really want to go bid. It's gold. The other problem with gold is the fucker is thin as hell. So it's usually too wide instead of one wide, meaning that if you're going to pay market, you're going to way overpay for the price. Gold always comes in off the candle. Always, if the candle high is the candle closes 2027, you can definitely go 2025. In fact, my technique with trading gold is I would much rather, you know, miss the trade than get filled at a bad price. So if I come in at 202.5, all I need is $0.50, right? $0.50. So if I'm coming at 202.5, it goes through 3, it goes 3.4, made that $0.50. But watch what I'm trying to tell you is if you try to go for $1, you would have been stopped out. Gold is good for like a small pop, but not a big pop. And that's, you know, that's the unique property of gold within this particular structure and methodology in terms of trading, right? So yeah, that's kind of where this stands. Dow was also really good. What candle was this? This is a 1002 candle. Was the S&P also a 1002 candle? Yeah, they were all 1002. It was like just at that point, it really, every one of these things. So you had to choose one or the other in order to trade this. What else is going on? I'm just watching the trade. So, you know, we're relatively quiet. Not much going on here. Here's the S&P. The high on the S&P today is, all right, let me get rid of this. Around the 80 level, right? So I think that's going to be super interesting to me as I'm looking at this, because this is really the Maginot line for the day. If we're really gonna be a super strong day, we're gonna take this out and maybe go to 5,800, which by the way is insane. The fact that the S&P is at 5,800 against what I think is a slowing economy is obviously insane. But of course, in my opinion, doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the price action. But you know, day of reckoning is going to come, one way or the other. There are way too many people I see on Twitter telling me how easy it is to make money in the market. Whenever I see that, I've been around this long ago. Whenever I see that, that is basically the first step to a disaster waiting to happen. I don't wish on anybody, but I'm very, very confident that within a year, people are going to lose 50% of their stock holdings in a correction, and not that only if they sell, obviously, but their net worth is going to compress big time. Especially if the election becomes, comes out one way. So, we'll see how it goes. All right, so here's what I want to show you. It's kind of interesting. Yes, here's a buy label, and you have a red zone, and you could have shorted this, could have made money. But the problem with kind of going counter trend on this kind of stuff is a lot of times this is just a pause. If it's a strong trend, the reason why this is working right now is because we've already had a big move. But so the first red signal kind of works okay, but the second red signal really works super well. Much better. It's better to be patient on a second red signal than trying to guess if the first red signal off of a buy or the first green signal off of a sell is the right one, right? The second one generally gives you stronger possibility for a counter trend trade. You guys follow me on all this? All right, not much going on over here. All right, pretty good. I'm nursing these accounts to their proper size. Just looking at my other charts here. What is interesting? Like gold to me looks relatively weak. So if we go to gold, since everybody's looking at gold here, you know what I'm hunting? I'm hunting the second red slice. You have a series of kind of lower highs in gold. Gold, came off the highs here. This was the buy label. If we get a green move up and then another red, label, a red slice, I'm going to short that second red slice for 0.5, 1.5. How do you download the zip indicator? The zip indicator is available to members only, and you can join us right over here. Here's a discount. Here's a discount link I'm putting into the chat. Okay. Also, if you guys want the prop guide, I'm putting together. I put together a free guide to prop right here. Here's the link to all that. Feel free to use it. How many of you are trading prop? Actually, let's do a little bit of a poll. It's a very simple question. Yes or no? Do you trade prop? Let me know. Love to hear it. All right, cool. So here's what's going on with the S&P. Again, we're just fooling around. So S&P, first red label, right? First red slice. Now we're going to go into the buy zone. This could be, beginning of a big buy move, or it could just be a triple test of the highs. And if we get a red zone off of that, I'll short it. Now, is that the best setup? Is it the high probability setup, that I would trade on my scalp size? No. But it's an interesting counter setup. It also gives us, a little bit more stuff to do when things aren't popping up on the labels for us. And I'm doing it, if my regular size is 5, I'm going to do this at size 1, so that it's not really gonna have an impact on my P&L one way or the other. So Tommy's saying there was a nice Nasdaq buy. Where's the Nasdaq buy? Nas had a big move up here. Yeah. You know what's kind of interesting? Let's take a look at the. I don't know if the. Do both labels show turn signals? So this is really cool. Okay, guys, check this out. So if we do get a big turn, let me get rid of the buy signals, and let me go just alongside. Okay, so just to make it really super clean, what's going on here in Nasdaq? On the turn trade, you get a 1, 2. We need a 3. We need a 3 label, right? A third turn label puts us into a classic upside down turn shape on the Nas. Let's see is there anything setting up like that on the S&P? Nothing on the S&P. Dow looking. You see this? 1, 2. I get a third turn label here. This becomes the stop, and that becomes the trade. What about gold? Honestly, guys, you know what? This is kind of a legitimate gold trade. So this is 1. This is definitely lower lows. No, is it? Oh no, it's over here. Yeah, it's lower lows. Lower lows too. It goes even further than that. So now it's the ultimate low, in all these turns. And this is a 3. So you're a buyer at 99. Your stop on turn is 94. Let's say 94 is my stop. I'm entering at 99. So that's like a 5-point target. And, if you're doing 1-to-1, you'd be targeting around 604 on the trade. You also had remember we talked about this huge, this was an inverse turn trade over here that you also had a trade on here. So 1, 2, 3, and you bought this over here at 602. The low was 98. So it's about a 4-point target. You were looking for 606, which would have made it over here. So gold has a legitimate. I don't trade the turn trade for my accounts, but if you are a kind of a swing trader, this is not a bad setup here. The stop is around 94. The target would be around 603, somewhere around there. As a swing trade, could be fun, right? All right, back to the S&P. S&P showing me a second red. Now this is just again for for shits and giggles for us. Let me go back here. So the not quite. S&P goes away. No reds. No reds on the S&Ps. Okay. So S&P stays green. And this is very, very important. You absolutely have to wait for the candle to close. Otherwise, you have no signal, although it's playing with me. Let me go to my short account just to be pre-set up for fun. Nope, no trades. Sorry. How much ChatGPT do I use to make your trades? None to make my trades, all the time to create the indicators and tools. You know, everything you do. Do I usually trade beyond the 1030? Yeah, I'm trying to. The thing with the markets is there are like these juicy trend moves somewhere between 9 and 11 o'clock, right? The problem is some days it's between 9 and 10, other days between 10 and 11. So in order to kind of try to catch as many of the juicy trend moves as we can, I'm going to try and trade them 2 hours, every time we do live. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like basically a 9 to 11 type of a structure. Unfortunately, sometimes it's been happening. It's the Murphy's rule of law is last few days, it's been like, oh, fuck, 9 to 11, nothing is happening. And then 11 to 12, when I go off air, that's when we get the juicy trend moves and all the trades pop. Today, we had a couple of trades pop. I still made a few trades with you guys, but nowhere near as many as we could have if the market was a little bit more cooperative in terms of setups. What was the question? Where do I start the count? Are you talking about on the turn trade M321? Where do I start the count on the turn trade? Is that what you wanted to know? So we are popping right back to session highs. This is, by the way, all the more reason why I'm kind of interested when we get into the red zone over here off the buy label. All right, so on the turn trades, and we're looking at gold, right? Let me show you gold. Let me kind of show you where I'm looking at gold. And by the way, look how nicely gold popped up. As I said, I don't trade the turn trade, but you guys are certainly welcome to it. Okay, so the classic structure of a turn trade is what's called a 1, 2, 3. And there are absolutely very important rules that have to happen. The two part has to be the lowest part. 1 has to be higher than the 2, and 3 has to be higher than 2. It doesn't matter which which one is highest. Maybe this one is low and this one is highest. Maybe this one is highest and this one is lowest. Doesn't matter. In order for a turn trade to occur, the sequence of turns has to be a deep to low, and then highs around on both sides. Is that clear? M32. So when we were looking at gold, right? We're looking at gold, and I was looking at the turn trade here. This is 1. This is 2. 2 is lower. 2 is lower than both 1 and 3. Although honestly, this was not a completely kosher setup. You can see that the 3 is equal, actually, not really lower. It would have been better if the 3 was over here. But regardless, it was close enough to a V-shaped format over here that it offered us a pretty interesting entry. So if you came in as we're talking about this around 98, which is what we're looking for, and we're looking for about 603, 604. It came to 602. Maybe it's going to go to 603. Maybe it works, and that makes it a very, very viable entry. So you see how that works out. So now you got it, and that appears over and over again. The great thing about a turn trade, for those of you guys, there's so many of you guys who are like not degenerate monkeys like I am, who love to do 1 or 2 trades a day, who just want to I want to stalk this one particular pattern. If I see that pattern, I want to take advantage of it. Well, this is your pattern. This is the money pattern, in my opinion. So in the gold, it was it worked really, really well. We don't have anything setting up here in the S&P. We did have one setting up in the Dow, but it hasn't come to fruition. I don't have a third turn label. So if I don't have a third turn label, I got no trade. But right now you have a forming pattern. 1, 2, show me a turn, and then I want to trade it, right? Very, very cool pattern. Just another component of the scalper tool that you can use, for all your glory over here. All right, we're back to buys and sells. I want to go to the S&P. Okay, shit. All right, guys, sorry. And this is the problem with me. Fuck it. That's it. That was the trade. I missed it. I'm sorry. Okay. So that's, I'm sorry. You guys, I was trying to explain to you a whole bunch of other stuff. I was waiting for that, for the red zone to happen. It happened. Now, here's what's important. I missed the trade. I didn't chase the trade. I'm not going to go for the trade, right? Especially since this wasn't my primary trade. It's my secondary trade. But this is what I mean about FFF or BFF, right? It's hard to teach and trade, especially the way I do, right? It's really, really hard because obviously, if I was, and it's actually, frankly, hard for me to trade when Kathy bothers me every 5 fucking seconds off air. So to do what I do in this particular fashion, you got to give yourself an hour of blinders. Do not bother me. Don't talk to me. I don't give a shit. Go the fuck away. If you have that mentality, you're gonna hit $1,000 like it's candy from a baby. But if you don't have that mentality, it's just gonna frustrate the hell out of you. So that's the only trade-off with the setups that I have. But that's why I offer you much more leisurely setups where you could trade the turns in a much more leisurely manner, or you could just simply take these setups in a completely different direction. With much larger stops and targets, where it doesn't matter that you didn't hit the target, you didn't hit it just that 1 second where it formulated. Doesn't matter, there's a lot of different ways to do it, but the most important thing that you see is its success. You see that as long as you commit to it, you have success, and that's the key to to all of this trading. Oh shit! I didn't even notice. Look at this. There's only 1 but 2 fucking trades I missed while I was bullshitting with you guys. All right. It's just, just the nature of the beast. We had a double buy here. This would have been a win, right? Because remember I said to you, I'm looking for a buy, but it actually turned into a buy over here. Again, I missed that because I was talking to you guys. And there was a nice sell over here. So I missed those. And that's why, the frustration in my voice is that's why if you want me to trade, I literally we just have to look at S&P all day long, right? And I can't look at anything else. I can't change the charts because the moment I change the charts and I try to teach you stuff, I miss the setups. But it's fine. I don't mind missing setups as long as you understand that you can't have both. We have a little bit of education. We have a little bit of show and tell, and then we possibly have some setups. Maybe that's what we kind of look at. But you can't have both at the same time. I think that's sort of like the takeaway from all the kind of trading that I'm doing here. Anyways, I'm sure you guys all like the turn trade, and it's better for me to explain it to you in more detail. These setups happen every 10 minutes, so I don't give a shit that I missed this one or the next one or the next one. Pick an hour, any hour during the day. You'll find money using this setup as long as you focus. Make sense, guys? Let me see. Oh, look at you guys. This is great. Look at everybody in the room here. We're now up to 64% people trading prop. Good for you guys. I am very excited. Oh, how many people? 35. Well, it's not bad. Okay. That's good. We're going to keep asking that question because I want as many people as possible to come trade prop with me and come hang out with me. If you want, by the way, I'm going to put together my this is my coaching link. This is a link to the coaching that starts next Tuesday. The fall season of Pass the Prop starts. And the cool part about this is people are asking me about Zip and Kathy's trades and Forex and everything else. That's all part of it. You get my coaching plus all the membership benefits for 3 months. So if you like that, go ahead and sign up for that. Do your thing. Okay, I'm watching. I'm watching the charts now. Let's see if we can get anything else going on here. Oh, look at the gold, by the way, guys. Gold at 604, the turn trade in gold. So it doesn't matter. We have no setups over here. I can turn my attention to gold for a second. Look at gold, guys. That was really wild. If you go to the turn trade in gold, right? I told you. That turn trade really worked nicely. Yeah, hold on a second. I'm on the wrong side. Oh, no, sorry. Fuck, here's gold. Okay. So this is gold. Full screen. 1, 2, 3. We said 604 was the target. 604 target hit, right? That turn trade was beautiful. So I'm happy to call out turn trades. I'm happy to call out trade trades. You guys are absolutely welcome to take advantage of them. I think it's super that you guys are all enjoying it. I'm happy to do it. It's if I see them on the charts, we'll call them out. All right, here's the S&P. S&P going back up to the highs. Highs, bitches. We're going to the highs of the day. All right, here we go. Here we go. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This is what I've been kind of stalking. All right, let's watch this. So here's my thesis. Let's see if I'm even halfway right. So we have a buy label. I have a red zone. That's red zone number 1. We hit the highs of the days. If we go to red zone number 2, I'm going to short this for a quick scalp because I think that's it's going to correct off the high of the day, right? This is a triple top on the S&P, right? Everybody watching this? I don't trade bonds. No, not the only reason I don't trade. Doug, you can trade any of these instruments. As I said, the motto is here is BFF, be fucking focused. The only reason I don't do it is because you see that even if I move off the S&P, I lose trades. The trades that I'm trading are very, very fast, and they just require your full eyes on the ball. So like right now, the eyes on the ball is I'm looking for the red zone in the S&P, and I get the red zone. I have a close of the entry. I'm going to short the shit out of this thing. Fresh highs. Market going nice and high. Great. Good for that. 81s. Lifting fresh highs. Gold is moving too. Just looking for NAS on my other side here. NAS also at fresh highs. So everybody's moving hard. Everybody's moving hardcore up, right? Nice. You guys were right. The poll was right. 70% of you were right. We did take out the highs so far. Now, end of the day, we'll see who's right. But for now, this is the 1030 rally. This is the big move. That's moving. That's moving really, really nicely, and totally happening. Tommy, did you catch that NASDAQ move? All right, we're at 71 days highs, going higher. I'm letting it float. I'm just trying to be very patient. I'm waiting for a red zone. Red zone is not going to appear for a while because we are way extended off the moving average. We're basically walking the highs here, and gonna let it go. Now I'll tell you what. If this thing gets insane, and by insane I mean it goes to 5,800, I'm gonna short the round number just for shits and giggles, just for fun. But that's a really, really big extension. There's no way it's going to go 17 points from here without seeing some corrective moves here. But clearly, market likes low rates, and we're having a melt up, and the shorts are just getting squeezed into oblivion right now. But let's see how we end the day, not just how we're trading right now. Triple buy in NAS, by the way. NASDAQ is giving a third buy signal, right? So I just want to show this to you. NAS is on a third buy signal, right? So we would, if we were trading NAS, we're trading this with a 1030, one buy signal, 33 to 43, with a 30 stop. So that's one winner, two winners, and we don't trade the third one, even though the third one could go. The point is, after the second one, the probability of it correcting becomes higher and higher. Now, this is obviously a melt-up move, and this thing is really, really floating, floating super, super high through the moves here. It's gone through 60, 70, 86. It's really, I'm watching. This is, you see that this is, we're just taking out days highs by the dozen here. I'm gonna lay myself out over here for fun. Again, it's gonna be a 1-3. I'm gonna lay myself out at 90. As a setup, and then if it sweeps the 90, just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna get short at 90 for a scalp. This is just me having doing nothing as far as my setup, just me having fun off the highs. Gold also now really starting to pop hard. You know what? I was tempted to short this at 60, but it didn't quite get up there. Got up to 58. All right, so now let's go. Sorry, let's go back to NASDAQ. I think I'm kind of figuring out how to navigate all this. So this is a huge ramp. This was, first of all, think about this. This was 55 to 70 ramp, 15 points. And this was a 70 to 85 ramp. So 15-point ramps, two double ramps up. Really, really hard up. Big moves here. NAS is starting to correct into the red zone, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this now and just be very, very patient. And if this thing closes, it's 27 seconds into the red zone, right? If this thing closes here in the red zone, I'm going to try to sell the ask in this, but it's got to close in the red zone. So far it's still holding the green. It could make one more rally to the upside. So I'm perfectly willing to be patient. Again, not my. Now I get a third buy signal. Look at that. Now we might get a third buy signal, which will be interesting. I would not buy this, even though this may work. I would not buy this because, again, the probability after the second buy move really it declines. This could absolutely work, but just not my kind of trade. I'd rather wait for the red move here. Oh, starting to get into the red. 2, 3, 1. Nope, holding the green. Really, you see it like we're sort of fooling around with the reds here. Now, again, I'm warning you guys. This is not my. I'm doing a small size in this because it's not my bread and butter setup. The bread and butter setups were these two ones that worked really well. I think we took this one and we just missed this one because I was talking. Those are the bread and butter setups. This is just, me having, a little bit degenerate fun. But I need to see this thing stay red in order for me to actually make the trade. Um, 9 seconds left. Looks like it's worked. It's starting to come down. Okay, I'm going to join ask, and I'm short at 80.75 and targeting. No, yeah, 79.75. Let's see if this thing drops a little bit. It was a big drop off the move here, so it's got a, it may retrace on me, which is fine. And there we go. And we're done. Nice clean trade. I stalked this thing. I focused. I took a trade. Between you and I, on my own, when I was trading for myself, I would have done this on a 5 lot because this was pretty obvious to me that that's what's gonna, that was gonna happen. But you see, have a plan, trade a plan, BFF. That's all I got to say. I got nothing else to say. All right, let's do a little bit of Q&A. Anything you guys want to ask me, I'm happy to answer any questions. Otherwise, I think you guys are definitely getting the flow of this thing. I'm actually starting to master all my screens in terms of technology, so it's going to be a lot smoother as far as broadcasting goes because now I'm able to kind of really master the ladder on Trade-Evade, which means you see my trades are coming in super fast. I'm not clicking, like a maniac on the charts and trading the charts like an amateur. I'm able to do a split screen so you guys can actually see the execution on the chart and everything else. And on Monday, I'm going to set up a whole separate screen function for my other computer, so I'll be able to to follow them off of a different computer, and not stress out the streaming here. Okay. Anybody have anything to add here? We had a good, there was no loser. I don't think I had any losers today. There's 4 or 5 trades. All of them hit. I didn't do any of the golds, but I'll try to do that on Monday. I definitely did all my S&Ps, and I did them properly. Everybody good? Anything else? Any more questions? What is my email address? Let me put it into contact@bktraders.com. All right. Be sure to get the Apex discount. Be sure to get the indicator if you want. Be sure to get the coaching. I'm putting all those links in there. Have fun with all that. I want to thank everybody. It's been a really good week. We really worked very, very hard on getting this indicator to be as user-friendly as we possibly can. Everybody who's in BK, we're going to, huddle up tomorrow, deconstruct, get some feedback. Otherwise, I'll be live on YouTube on Monday into Kathy's stream. So join Kathy and bring everybody else aboard. And I'm just going to stay on and trade afterwards into the same stream. And then we're going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, new schedule. Hopefully you guys will really like it, right? There's probably, I'm not kidding you, there's probably at least 5 to 7 more profitable trades than NASDAQ alone. So that's $250 a trade. It's about $1,200 left, probably, into the day easily on the charts. But I will leave that to you guys. Everybody have a great chance. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Everybody have a wonderful day. Take care.